Do you ever find yourself humming a song you don't remember the name of anymore? Or even sometimes you don't even remember the sound of the music and you can just remember the way it made you feel? Music tends to have that impact on people. And when consuming any form of media, music often has one of, if not the most important role in creating the feeling of the moment. I'm certain you guys could have felt it in the opening scene. You know, it's pitch black. The opening screen of the console had just popped up, and all you're hearing is the stomping, the stomping of Epona's hooves, and they're getting closer. And as they get closer, you see the moon come down, and as the moon starts to descend, you start to see the piano come in, and you feel a slight goosebump. You know, as like you're starting to prepare yourself for this adventure that you're about to embark on with Link. But still, that might just be me. I'm a really big Zelda guy. If this doesn't convince you, maybe I can give you another example. It's from another Zelda game that I really enjoy. It's called Twilight Princess, and hopefully, by me playing this clip with and without the music, you can start to see how big of a role music plays in the environment. That's one of my favorite pieces of like all time. Not only just in video game soundtracks, but like just in music. I think it adds so much to the plot and the scene. So just to give you some context, Midna is the little imp thing you're carrying on your back, right? And basically, at this point in the story, she had been hurt by something, and you had to take her to inside the castle town to find like someone who could heal her. And so you're rushing, and you're a human trapped in a wolf's body, and animals aren't allowed inside of the castle town. And so you're sneaking around talking to animals. Your friend is dying on your back, and as all this happening, like the music is picking up, like the instruments are booming, and you can hear the Midna's desperation in the music, and you go inside the building, and the music picks up, and you're like, shoot, like I need to not get caught. You lose all of that. Without the music, you lose all of that, because then it just turns into a wolf, just like type roping over a bunch of people. You lose so much in that scene by just not having music. And without me even having to say it, you already know how much the scene gains from having music. Not even because I like geeked out about the lore or whatever, but because you witnessed it firsthand. Soundtracks in games don't make a scene. though. As much as I want to emphasize how much a scene almost can't exist without music, the music in itself does not make a scene. It can only add on to scenes. Imagine you're stuck in dialogue, right? They're saying like some random like world building 101 dialogue. And then suddenly, you click A to go to the next text box, and then Elden Ring boss music starts playing. Like, that wouldn't make much sense, would it? It's not adding anything to the scene, If anything, its addition takes away from it. Because you're hearing the contrast in the music and the visuals, and you're just thinking about all the fun you could be having when you're stuck in dialogue, you know what I mean? Like, this balance that music and visuals and gameplay like comes together and creates is sacred and beautiful, and should be kept. I'm extremely fortunate to have experienced all the music that I've gotten the pleasure of listening to. It's been really formative for me, just in my music taste and just the way I perceive and interpret media. I feel like being able to, or being exposed to such substance or depth at a young age kind of has given me the ability to think more critically about the things that I'm consuming. Just because I'd always be interpreting that extra layer that would be music. Also, if I didn't have Pokemon music, I wouldn't have anything to study to. Anyway, thank you for listening and watching, and I hope you enjoyed.